Okay, hello everybody. I'm back and I've done 4 videos today. I broke up between the three, all of them, so that uh, you can tell the difference when one stops and one ends. I'm recording the commentary after the videos this time around because, well, a I got once I did the entire thing. It's much faster to do it this way, especially when you make 4 or 5 videos in a day. In this video here, I start working on those 2 quests that you can see, Zalazane and Minchina's skull. Uh, I've basically been trying to do these for a while, but now that I'm level 9, I'm good. I'm high enough to do them. Um, I've had some concern, some people leaving comments without watching more of my videos to answer them. I'm gonna answer the lag problem again. It's not when I play the game. It's not when I have fun playing it. It's the recordings, and when I have to edit together the sound and the recording, it creates a decent amount of game lag and lower quality than the game I play than when I actually play on it. Even watching this back, I see the quality's degraded quite a bit, and the game lags as long as I'm moving. So it's not anything I'm doing. It's just because I don't have high end recording software and I don't plan on getting any for a while. Mostly because I don't have the money. It's hard to see things in the recordings too, but I noticed that most of the stuff that stays still for most of the time still has pretty good quality. Um, for those of you who want to play the game, I would look for better videos, like unregistered hypercam. I looked into that, and that's better than this, but I don't like unregistered hypercam. I like this better because this will cover multiple fields. Um, More towards the fact of these videos are pretty well all I've done so far this morning. My WoW membership is going to be running out soon, so I've kind of juggled around that a little bit. It runs out the 17th of the month, so the issue at hand for me is going to be whether or not I renew it. And if I do renew it, what am I going to do? Uh, I'm not planning on renewing it right away. I might be able to, I might not. If I'm not, I'm going to try and find, and I've got a bunch of emulators. I can try and find a game for those. I might end up doing a game that I used to play when I was at my cousin's house when I was a kid called Super Mario RPG. A lot of you have probably seen walkthroughs for it. Mine's probably going to be the weirdest one you're going to watch because I level grind in mine. Not many people actually do that. I've noticed the game has a level cap of 30, and I do use a walkthrough to help me get a bunch of the hidden chests so that I don't miss much on my way through. I don't do a lot of the mini games to get a bunch of rare items and tons of frog coins and all that fun stuff. That Mostly the stratagems for killing off any of these voodoo trolls is attack, attack, attack. Don't worry about it. If they heal themselves. Usually, as you can see, the NPC level 9 is worse than you at level 9 by how quickly I can take them down. And you want to heal between fighting them just because they can kill you. Sorry about that. Um, the pretty interesting part about this is that voodoo trolls uh, use some shamanic abilities, which I'll be talking about when I go to play my troll shaman, which will be later on. I think it's the troll shaman that I'm doing. Anyway, whenever I do the shaman, uh, you're gonna see how well it goes. Shamans are pretty interesting classes. They're on their own. They're pretty sturdy classes, but I don't like them too much. Too many people play as shamans anymore. Uh, the interesting part is later on in this video you'll see it when I actually try and going after certain characters. But the hexed trolls, which you've probably seen me fight a couple times over, This voodoo, I've noticed that the male voodoo trolls don't heal themselves as much as the female ones, which is, I consider it helpful. I don't know if you would or not, but it's kind of helpful. The hex trolls are the only ones you gotta watch out for because they use warlock ability, immolation, and it does damage over time. One of the reasons warlocks are so powerful. In fact, when I do my warlock guide character, you're gonna see me doing a lot of stuff like that. My warlock, my main is a warlock, and he is pretty. Sorry about that. Yeah, my warlock is pretty tough. Um, One of the things I was doing here is walking around trying to find voodoo trolls that aren't gonna draw too many others to me. That's more of the issue when I'm searching for targets is if I attack this target, will I get about 2 or 3 more enemies attack me? And that time, what I thought it was is the one I attacked me, but there was one that was next to me that got me, and I didn't see it there. And it got me by surprise, so I actually had to use, I think I did use my potion when I fighting him, because I didn't want to risk dying. Yeah, I had to use it. Because they hit a little hard, and then they cast that a second time, and I didn't want to risk dying and having to do the whole reviving around thing. I've had a couple interesting questions about hunters. One of them was, how do you get a gun? Normally, your race has to have the affinity for guns. I've noticed I don't think night elves have the ability to get them. But what you can do is you can go to weapon masters, which are usually located in the major towns, and they have um, you can basically train to use different weapons. I usually later on, once I have a certain amount, like once I have about 6 or 7 gold floating around and I don't have much to buy, like I've bought all my skills, I've bought everything I need, and I have such and such skills floating around, I tend to go and purchase new weapon abilities and train with them for a little bit. The person who asked me this, I didn't send them an answer because I was planning on answering in the videos. You just have to find a weapons master and hope that your race can learn it. I know dwarves, if you're a hunter, you start out with a gun instead of a bow. I think they're the only ones I've seen start with a gun instead of a bow. If you want to learn it, you'd have to talk to the weapon master in the major home cities. For these guys, it would be Amagir or Amagar or whatever it is. I don't play as Horde that often. As I said before, I don't care for the Horde that often, which is why some parts of this are really, really slow. Although, I don't know why this Orc Hunter one is really, really fast. I just basically work on things and try and get stuff done so that I can get up tons of videos at once. I'm going to be posting this one today. The other ones I'll be posting every day or every other day, depending on. I work Friday. I'll be posting it when I get off work. This one I will be posting today. The rest of them I will post once a day until I get them all up. Once again, I'm sorry about the big delay in my videos. I've been slacking doing other stuff. This one here, I think at the end of it, I try attacking the Zizzlin guy. It might be this one. It might be the beginning of the next one when I do it. But what happened is when I attacked him, you'll see what happens. Actually, no, I didn't attack him. I attacked this troll right here. But what happened is I didn't know his walk pattern. So as I'm hitting this troll, he actually jumps into combat with me. And that's not something I wanted to deal with. Also, that spell that he hit me with actually does shrink you. I didn't realize it till it wore off when I was off camera while I was waiting for the first video to finish up. That spell will make you shrink. And I thought, I didn't realize it when I first got it, and I was walking forward, and I'm looking around, and I'm like, wait a minute, stuff seems a little bigger. Oh, it's probably just me. And then, as you go by this course, you can see how much smaller I am. I didn't really pay much attention to it. Oh, God. And that's all for today, folks. Thank you, and have a nice day.